So when we're looking at the couch stretch in its most basic form, all you essentially need is a chair of some sort. So obviously that can be a regular chair, that can be a desk chair, it can be a couch as the name implies. It can be any surface where you can put your knee into the back of it. And there's two parts to any good couch stretch, which we'll go through. So part one is basically taking your knee and placing the knee right into the back corner of the chair with your shin vertical. Now, obviously, depending on the type of chair or the type of surface that you're on, this may be more vertical. Obviously, more vertical is harder, but again, do what you feel comfortable with. So the first part of the stretch is we're going after more of the front of the hip joint or the hip flexors themselves, right up the top of the crease of the hip there. So what we want to basically do is keeping your back nice and straight, and it's good to have something to hold on to, whether it's a wall or a chair. We want to get you to push your hip and press your hip to the ground. Now, we're sort of going after some soft tissue here, some capsular tightness. And again, with any good stretch, we need to get active. So when you've found a position with your bottom squeezed, we want to tense the muscles that you're stretching. So squeeze the muscles at the front here, push your knee down into the chair, get those muscles to flare up, hold that for 4 or 5 seconds, then relax, and then push that down again. Try and increase the amount of hip extension that you're getting in the stretch. The second part of the stretch tends to focus more on the quadriceps, a lot of the muscles to the front of the thigh. And in this, we want to make sure that your back stays straight again, and the hinge is coming from your hip. So instead of arching backwards through your back, we're going to try and make the hinge go through your hips. So what's essentially happening here is you're coming up into more of a high standing position, and you're really opening up sort of the front of the thigh, the front of the hip as well. Same thing again, deep breath in, squeeze everything, push the knee down, push your foot back into the chair, make those muscles work, hold that for a few seconds, then relax, then come back up again further. Keep coming up as far as you feel comfortable. Now, this stretch can be quite challenging for a lot of people, so just make sure that when you come up, you just come up to a level that you feel you can sustain for 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 2 minutes per side, and you'll see some really strong changes quite quickly.